BYOD, Emerging Technology by Laura Savory. In today's learning environment, almost everyone has their own portable device, which is why BYOD is a new trend in education that works. Bring your own device is just as it sounds. It's when users bring their own personal devices to the school setting. Devices are personal, not kept at school, but are used throughout the school day. EuropeanSchools.net describes it as, in education, BYOD is commonly used to mean permitting students and/or staff to bring personally owned mobile devices into educational institutions and use those devices to access institutional information, applications, and services. Why BYOD works. The Horizon Report states that it has profound implications for the K-12 education setting because it creates conditions for student-centered learning to take place. It's really less about the device and more about the personalized contents that users have loaded onto them. It's reduced technology spending, and they're gaining traction because they reflect on the contemporary lifestyles and ways of working. Kids have devices, they want to bring them to school. Like anything, there's a pro and con to both. Some pros are that it's cost effective. Schools can save a lot of money. The kids are comfortable with their own devices, so there's not a learning curve. There's unlimited access to resources and information when kids have their devices, and it helps to build good global citizenship. Some of the cons are that the students have to be responsible for these devices. They may forget to bring it home or to school or to charge the device. Parents might not want to pay for a device that is used at school. And apps are not universal, so something that works on a Google Chromebook might not work on a Mac or an iPad, and vice versa. How can BYOD seamlessly work in schools? Having a class contract and setting clear and consistent expectations, just as you would with any technology in the classroom. Professional development. So teachers need to know how to use the tech. They need to know how to manage the technology. So teaching your teachers how to use BYOD is a really huge part. BYOD symbols. Post them and stick to them. Have a little symbol that has the computer so kids know that that's BYOD time. Or have a red X. When the red X is up, no devices. They get put away. Teach about internet safety. So we need to make sure that kids spend time learning and knowing how to be safe online so that when they're using these devices that maybe aren't as monitored as easily, they're safe and they know how to use it. Start small and ease in. Don't jump to big BYOD. Start day by day. Maybe start with cell phones or start with mobile watches. And then come to a common consensus in the school building. It's important that everyone in the building is on the same page when it comes to BYOD, how it works, what the rules are, implications, access, everything. Making sure that it works for everyone and everybody is on the same page is really going to make sure that BYOD works well. Classroom application. So what are some ways to use BYOD? So note-taking on slides. Teachers can post the slides, kids can take notes directly on there. Or they can take pictures of the slides on the board and then annotate using a pen or a writing app directly there. Video conferencing with other classes to build worldly learners. There's easier access to class gaming like Kahoot and Gimkit. There's more versatility in apps and resources used. So as opposed to just having Chromebooks for everybody, there are apps on iPads that you can't get on a Chromebook. So if a kid has an iPad, you can use those Chromebook apps better on a Mac or a tablet. There's increased PBL application because kids have that ability to do the projects or to learn on their own. Blogging is a really great way to use BYOD, having kids respond immediately to a lesson through a blog. And then you can do demonstrations, virtual field trips, show live performances, help with homework, and more with BYOD. Kids have the access right there at their fingertips all the time. BYOD is a great way to teach tech and to get it into the schools. It builds responsible learners, it's cost effective, and allows technology to be the forefront of education. I hope you learned a little bit something more about BYOD.